So good morning. First off, I want to say hello to all my lupus friends and family out there. I am Raymar Lee, and I am a lupus patient. So this morning we're just going to do a little Q&A session so that we can get to know each other. And I just share a little bit about myself with all of my lupus friends out there. So from the information I got, I was speaking with Dr. Tola Reed, and she told me about this initiative. I think it's a pretty cool one, so that we can get to know each other and talk about what we've been through as lupus patients. So it's really cool, and I'm glad to be a part of it. So getting on to the questions. First question I got was, when was I first diagnosed with lupus? For me, that was May 2010, and it's now 2020, so that's 10 years ago. So I've been a lupus patient for 10 years now. I'm 27 years old, so that was when I was 17 years old, right when it was right at the peak of high school for me. I used to go to Jamaica college, so that's when I got diagnosed with it the first time. I wasn't ill or anything like that. My trigger or my first symptom was that I was at home with my mother at one point and my legs were starting to swell. At first we thought it was a case where I was just getting fat because I was a teenager, I just eat a lot of food and so forth. But then she pressed her hand down on my leg at one point and her hand imprinted on my leg, so it kind of looked like memory foam. So at that point is when she decided to take me to a doctor, where we got tests done, and it was revealed that I was a lupus patient. So that's how that happened there. Second question is, how did I feel or react when I got my diagnosis? Initially, I wasn't per se scared because, to be honest, I'd never heard of lupus before, so I didn't know what it was. So I wasn't really scared or anything like that. I would just know that I was told that I'm basically sick, or not like regular persons. I wouldn't really say sick is a strong word. But yeah, I didn't really react any particular way. For my parents, however, after hearing that information, my mom, we were in the doctor's office and she immediately broke down and started to cry, unfortunately. And then for me, I was more concerned about getting lunch that day. I reminded them that there was a chicken shop 2 buildings over. I would like to stop there before we get into all of this whole lupus business now. So I would say I took it more lightly than everybody else, but in general that is my persona. I'm not known to get anxious or so. I like to think things through, look at it logically, and just make light of it, because honestly, if you get upset or so forth, you're just going to stress yourself and everybody around you, which will make it worse. So I kind of took it easy, I would say. At this time, question number 3 is, how am I doing now? I'm doing pretty well now. It's been 10 years. I've stuck with the programs, the information I've gotten, go all my clinics, talk to my doctors, especially Dr. Tola Reed. She's been wonderful. I take all my meds. Sometimes they may not be exactly on time, but I do take them daily as I'm supposed to. And I'm doing pretty well. I'm a graphic designer. I followed my career path and I'm now a graphic designer. I did all my studies here locally and overseas. And I'm getting on with life. You can't hit stop you because you were told this is what life might be from now on or so forth. You have to go through, you have to persevere, and you just have to be you. Try to make the best of it and help yourself. So how I really cope with lupus, however, is I love to play video games, not just for playing sake, but for the art, because I'm basically an art student. I love art, I love visuals, hence I'm a graphic designer. I love my music, I love to cook, I love my food. Oh gosh, food and music, that is my coping right there. And horror movies. Yes, don't get me wrong, I love horror movies. I can't help myself. But I love horror movies. I guess those are some of my coping methods, I would say. Um, Question number 4 is, what would I say to another person to encourage you if it is you're a lupus patient? I would say my encouragement to you is to persevere. Yes, we're gonna have hard days, more than we would like, but you have to persevere. You have to go through it to get to the brighter side. Because when I just started experiencing lupus, it was hell. From the rashes, the swelling, the everything wrong was hell. But I didn't let it stop me from going after my dreams. And I'm on my way. I'm well on my way. I'm doing a lot better. I have a good support system. That's something you really need, a good support system. Someone that you can talk to, that you can explain how you're feeling. Someone that will check on you on a regular basis, tell you how your day is going, how your day is going, and so forth. Somebody you can relax with. It doesn't have to be all bad every time. So you need a good support system. Even one person, believe me, even one person can do. Because my main support system is my mother, and we've been through. You would think I'm not the lupus patient, she is, or we are the lupus patient together. That's how I would term having her as my support system. But I would say, for encouragement, just persevere, go on. You wake up today, you don't feel so good, call your boss, tell him you're not feeling so well, take a sick day. But you see, tomorrow morning, you get back on track. You even put in some overtime to make up the hours where you just lose yesterday, because it is a necessity. So you just put in back what you have to do and get through it and continue life. And then it's not just all strictness. You're always taking pills and medication when it tastes bad. Go buy some ice cream every now and again. Eat some sweet, eat a slice of pizza, something to make you feel good, you know? So just keep it up and we will all get there. So that's my encouragement to my lupus friends and family. Last question I'm seeing here is, am I a member of the Lupus Foundation? Yes, I am. I need to renew in my membership. Don't tell Dr. Toller that, please. But yes, I am a member of the Lupus Foundation, and believe me, it is something else. It is something that I believe every lupus person should be a part of, because if it is, for example, you don't have the support at home, these are persons that come together. They tell you their side of the story, their truth, their experiences, and it really sheds light on what it is that you may be going through. You have somebody that you can rely on, a group of person that will be there to say, hey, this is what you experienced, this is what I did. And it's someone you can relate to, because you know sometimes when it is that your term does not being well, we tend to go into our shells, we don't talk, we tend to be reluctant to do everything else. When you're with the Lupus Foundation, they reach out to you. They let you know what they've found, the studies that the doctors are doing, everything of that sort. And it is an amazing experience to be a part of that family, despite the circumstances. So that is what I would say lupus is for me, being a lupus patient for this long. It has been a rough ride, but it does get easier once it is you have a better understanding of it. So I'm really happy to be here today, and I'm really happy to share this little small portion of my story. So that's what it is for me, and I wish everybody out there well. Stay safe during this whole corona pandemic. Stay covered and safe, wear your mask, your sanitizer, everything. Just be safe out there and have a great day.